Well, good morning, crew, and welcome to Noel's Garden Tractors and Firewood. And I'm just going to switch you around here to give you a nice look at what kind of a day we have today. Hang on a second. And yes, it's all white again. Again. Overnight it snowed, and now we have a freezing rain warning. Lovely, just lovely. And you can see got a handle on the shovel here. All covered in freezing rain. But not as bad as what's going on in Ontario, I guess so. But anyway, I still gotta watch me step because it could be bad here for me. Anyway, yeah, look at that. Holy cats. Here we are, March 31st, and as annoying as it is, it doesn't surprise me because that's normal around here. You can get this kind of weather right up into May. I've seen it before. I've lived here long enough. I know what kind of weather we're going to get. Anyway, the wabbit was around this morning by looks of things. Yes, sir. Well, I got to get my truck cleaned off, and I'll get back to you with today's goings on in a few seconds for you, but for me it'll be a couple of hours, I guess. Yeah, just look at that. You could pause the video and just stare at that if you want. That's kind of up to you, I guess, but holy cats. Anyway, I'll be back in a little while. I'm back just for a second here. Every morning when I come into the garage here, I walk through the door and I say, "Good morning, tractors." That's the first thing I do every day when I come into the garage. Yeah, here we go. Who knows what kind of stuff we're going to get into today in here. So I did know a fellow, and I don't know if I don't think he still owns the business, but he owned a John Deere dealership. And when he went in every morning, he would walk around to all the employees and say good morning to them. Mechanics out behind and the staff people in the front and whoever else was around, that's what he always did. I always thought that was a nice thing to do. All right, so I'll stop my goings on here and I'll move along to what I'm supposed to be doing, I guess. So I'll be back in a few seconds for you and a few hours for me. All right, I'm back from my morning chore, and because today is March 31st, there's the amount of wood that I got left. So it kind of looks like I'm going to make it to April, and not run out in here anyway. Oh dear, just a foolish game I played just to see how far I can get. Anyway, I would say that little pile there, there might be half of that gone today, maybe. So, time to get things kind of cleaned up. I may move the case deck over here and put the sweepy on in there. Move that wood over to there. And then I can start taking from outside. Oh, I shouldn't have said that outside. I should just get Kenny to bring me a load of wood. He's got all kinds of it over there, all cut and split, ready to go. Just bring me a load of wood, Kenny, and that'll keep me going. Anyway, yeah, burnt a little more than I figured, I think, this year. I don't know for sure, but I kind of think it's because there was a fair amount of softwood. So, and it's cold, of course. And it's like that outside. You need heat, so there you go. All right, I'm going to shut you off again. And I'll get back to you in a little bit. It'll be only a second or so for you, but it'll be a little while for me. So just got back out to the garage from dinner. And as you can see, it's still white. Anyway, it's kind of melting a little bit, and it's raining at the moment. But the forecast is showing freezing rain warning still on, and it is 0 degrees Celsius at the moment, which would be 32 degrees Fahrenheit. They're still saying that it's supposed to get to 10 degrees today, but I just don't know. But anyway, if it does, I guess it'll melt more than that. So I went in for dinner, and of course, I guess, just the way things go, I guess. Left all the lights on, just in case somebody wanted to drop in, I guess, so. Holy cats. That awful. Jumping. Can't remember even to shut the lights off. Anyway, I got to get some more wood going in here. And I kind of did a little tidy up here, so I'm definitely not going to burn all that this afternoon, so. Anyway, if the weather ever gets better, I'll be bringing the stuff from outside inside and start repacking for next winter. And of course, it's still going to be burning. Well, it'll be another month yet burning wood, that's for sure. All right, well, I'll shut you off again. I'm not sure what I'm going to do here today. I kind of feel lazy. So I'll get back to you in a little bit. All right, so we kind of got back at the Massey Ferguson 7/8 deck. And I'm still contemplating. I have an idea of how to get it in time, but I just don't know if I should do that or not. Because I'm wondering as to what I'm going to break if I do it. And at the moment, it's working all right. If I break off that stud there, well, then that's pretty well the end of the deck, because I doubt you could ever get parts for it. And there's other numerous little things that may happen or may not, and I know, but anyway, I just don't know if I can get it or not. Anyway, this thing, so the idea here is this one is supposed to be like this, and while that one is like that, this one is supposed to be like this. So they're off not quite a half. In other words, if this one was, if it was at a time far enough, and this blade was like this, then they would bang and crash right here. So, I don't know what to do there. If they miss, they're missing a fair distance there. They don't hit. They're not really that close there. So it's not like they're going to be hitting, so. And it'll cut grass fine like that. It really doesn't make a whole lot of difference where these are like that being timed like this and this one being crosswise, that doesn't make a whole lot of difference that way. It's only because these will hit on the ends. And if I'll put a little mark there, then I can kind of show you maybe. I'll find something here to mark it with. And a Sharpie maybe. Anyway, we'll line up one of them and make a mark, and then I'll show you what I mean by how they overlap. So I'm kind of looking at it. Kind of looking to see how the camera, where's the camera lens is over on this side, so I'll take it over to where I'm kind of looking at. So I kind of think right there is about the edge of, and about where the edge is of this blade. Alright, so then you take the other one around, it overlaps by a ½ inch. See that? Right straight on there like that. Overlaps by a ½ inch. So that's why they have to be timed. If they're not timed properly, crunch, bang, crunch happens between the two blades. So I'm in discussions with my son as to what he wants me to do. I seem to get myself in enough trouble, so if I don't have to do it, it might be the better way to go. I don't know. But anyway, that is what I am thinking for today. Now, the other thing is to get this cleaned up a little bit, not a whole lot, just kind of give it a quick whiff and whack the pour 15 to it. Why the pour 15 is going to soak into that, just like, yep, do a great job. The other thing I'm going to do, looking here when I got it turned over, ooh, there's a spider running. Run, you spider. There you go. Yeah, just here. I was looking at this, you know, and this has got hardly any wear on it. So this deck hasn't been used a whole lot, because normally that'd be flopping a million times worse than that from wearing on here to that shaft. So that's in good shape. It's too bad that there wasn't some kind of a grease point on here on each end so a person could grease that every now and again. Anyway, I think what I'm going to do is going to take this arm off, and then I'm going to see if this rod goes all the way through or not, and if it does or it doesn't, but if it don't, well, I'm still going to take it out, and I'll fill that full of oil, fill this full of oil, kind of like what I do on the snow blower on the case, that center shaft that runs back and forth there that the auger is hooked to. This shaft here, that's hollow, so I always take the ends off here, this end, and fill that full of oil. Well, don't fill it, but I mean I put enough in it so that I know it's getting from one end to the other, and then while I'm putting the oil in it, I turn it so it coats the whole inside. Now, it will run the oil out in the ends here, but it's a good thing to keep it from rusting from inside, and it also keeps the bearings lubricated. So that's what I'm kind of thinking about this one now. There's no bearing here. It's just the drum right on the shaft here. So that might be a good thing to do, to get this off and see what's in there. I know the other one, the other deck, this is floppy. It's you can kind of grab it here and go up and down with it because it's worn here. And as much as you want to grease that, it doesn't take long for that just to become dry again for some reason. But anyway, that's one thing I'm going to try and do today, maybe. So I'll bring you back if I get any further. All right, so I got that roller off. Just a bolt in there. And this is for, let me get a better look at it here. For a roller adjustment, you take that bolt out, and that is a carriage bolt, so you can move that arm that the roller goes into up and down depending on what you want. For not so much height adjustment, I don't think, but it probably is somewhat, because the tractor has its own height adjustment on the hand lever. Anyway, that's what that's for. So we've got this apart here. All this is a hollow tube, and it has these pieces in the end here, and then we have the complete shaft that goes right through the middle. So we're going to do a little bit of thinking about what to do with that to lubricate it. It would take, I'm guessing, it would probably take, it would be quite a job to do, I think, but it'll probably take 3 or so tubes of that to fill that rolling tube. But that's my first thought, that would be a good thing to do. If I could do that, it would be quite a job to do. But completely fill that tube with grease and then have the rod through the center of it all, that certainly would keep it from rusting, and may or may not help here. It may still dry out at the end here and rub on metal, but anyway, there's the pile of rust that came out of it just by tipping the roller up on its end and shaking it and pounding it a little bit on the floor. So I don't know what I'm going to do here yet. It would be kind of nice to see if we could fit some sort of a grease nipple here. That's one thing I'm thinking of. I'm not sure how that's attached in there. It's got to be into this piece of metal here, I suppose. Anyway, more thinking, I guess. And I haven't heard from the son yet about what he wants to do with the blades. But anyway, I would say that deck didn't have a whole lot of use, although it certainly have some, but as you can see, somebody welded something in there. And but really not a whole lot of use, I wouldn't think. Because I'm pretty sure the one on the other deck is, this rod is, it may be the rod that's wore, or it's this here that's wore. That may be what's wore on the other deck. But there's a lot more slop in the other deck, where there's not in this one. Oh. Yeah. Okay, so now I'm starting to ramble, so I'll take us down here for a second. I don't know if we can see anything. But yeah, the other deck is here. I don't know if I can get in there or not. Yeah, you can see there's quite a bit of movement on that one. So the other deck hasn't had a lot of use, but look at that. Anyway, like I say, I'm starting to ramble, so I'll go over here and show you something and end the video on this note. There now. I've got new information that might or might not fix it, but it is new information that I haven't heard before, and I'm going to give it a try. So we'll finish up this video with that thought. All right, have a great day wherever you're at and whatever you're doing.